Welcome back to Euro Football Daily for this week's edition of Euro Transfer Talk. There are just 12 days left of the January transfer window, and there's a lot of gossip flying about, so let's jump straight into it. We kick off this week's roundup with some fantastic news for Inter Milan fans. Their superstar striker Lautaro Martinez is set to extend his stay in Italy. Yes, the 23-year-old Argentine, playing his third year at the San Siro following his move from Racing Club, has publicly revealed he is happy at Inter, and said, "I only want to give everything for Inter, then we'll reach an agreement." This is brilliant news for the Nerazzurri faithful, who have had to watch on nervously over the last 18 months, as Barcelona have been consistently linked with their 21-cap frontman. But the Blaugrana appear to have permanently turned their attention to Lyon's Memphis Depay, who told Canal Plus last weekend he wanted to move to one of the top 3 clubs in the world. This couldn't have come at a better time for Inter, whose run of 9 wins and 11 league games has taken them right into the title mix. Martinez has been essential to that run, with 9 goals and 3 assists in 18 Serie A games this season, with only the far more established Lukaku scoring more. And although his finishing has let him down on occasion, his 4.2 shots and 0.82 expected goals and assists per 90 suggest that Martinez is on track to become one of the best strikers in world football. By choosing to extend his current contract, which runs until 2023, he's shown his belief that Conte's side are going in the right direction. We head over to Spain now, where not satisfied with being 4 points clear at the top of La Liga with 2 games in hand, and having just signed Lyon's Moussa Dembele on loan, Diego Simeone is now turning his attention to their summer business. A name under consideration is none other than Arsenal striker Alexandre Lacazette, who has been crucial to Mikel Arteta's side's recent revival, scoring 5 and assisting 1 in his last 6 games in all competitions. However, there is a feeling amongst those in North London that with the Frenchman 29 and having entered the last 18 months of his deal, he could be moved on this summer. According to AS, Simeone is willing to offer the 16-cap Frenchman a new home. This could prove costly for Arteta. Although Lacazette's Arsenal record of 57 goals in 148 appearances isn't exceptional, he's arguably playing the best football of his North London career, with his tally of 0.61 expected goals per 90, the best since his final campaign with Lyon. If Arteta chooses to offload Lacazette, he'll be left with Aubameyang, who'll turn 32 in June, and Nketiah and Balogun, who is refusing to sign a new deal, as his striking options, which barely screams top 4 potential. For all Lacazette's faults, we strongly advise Arteta against this. Do you guys agree though? Let us know in the comments below. As you all know, David Alaba's time at Bayern Munich is nearing to an end, with the Austrian's contract expiring on the 30th of June, with fellow De Rotten stalwart Jerome Boateng expected to follow him out the door. This means that the 30-time German champions are going to have to dip into the market to sign another centre-back. And according to Goal, that man could be Real Madrid's Eder Militao. We've got to admit to being slightly surprised by this one. The 23-year-old Brazilian has struggled to displace Sergio Ramos and Rafael Varane as Zinedine Zidane's preferred centre-back duo, since signing from Porto for €50 million in July 2019. But whilst that is understandable given the calibre of the competition, he has also looked shaky on occasion, and has only been given 135 minutes of La Liga action this term, with Nacho displacing him as third choice. Clearly talented, having been capped 8 times by Brazil and been named in the Liga NOS Team of the Year in 2018-19, as well as helping Porto to the Champions League quarter-finals that year, Militao clearly has a big future. But whether he is ready to improve a Bayern defence that has been uncharacteristically sloppy this season is another matter. Bayern fans, do you want him? And Real fans, are we being too harsh? You know what to do. We take a trip over to southern France now, where Marseille boss André Villas-Boas has confirmed there is plenty of Premier League interest in 26-year-old midfielder Morgan Sanson. The former French under-21 international has been with Lens since joining from Montpellier for €9 million in January 2019, playing at least 27 league games in each of his 3 completed campaigns. But according to the Daily Mail, his time in Ligue 1 could be drawing to a close, with Aston Villa, West Ham, Arsenal and Spurs all interested in signing the versatile midfielder, who can play all across the midfield and as a number 10. And former Chelsea and Spurs boss Villas-Boas publicly acknowledged the interest following their disappointing 2-1 defeat to Nîmes on Saturday, saying, "He is a boy who interests English teams because of his characteristics, and it is possible that something could happen." Those characteristics include an ability to mix it defensively with 3.7 tackles and interceptions per 90, and also do some damage at the other end, with 5 league goal contributions and 11 Ligue 1 games to date. However, we see Sansa, a player who isn't exceptional in any area, as a potentially solid Premier League performer who could potentially suit Aston Villa and West Ham more than any club with real Champions League ambitions. Marseille fans, would you be sad to see Sansa leave, or is the rumoured £20 million a fair price? Let us know in the comments. Next up, we bring you news of a deal that could well be completed before this video goes live. 23-year-old Chelsea defender Fikayo Tomori is close to joining AC Milan on loan, with Fabrizio Romano claiming on Sky Sports there will also be a £30 million option to buy. The report claimed that Strasbourg's Mohamed Simakan was their preferred option, but his recent long-term injury forced them to turn their attention to the Blues Academy graduate, who has only made 4 appearances this season. After falling behind new signing Thiago Silva, Zuma, Rudiger and even Christensen in the pecking order, joining the Rossoneri, currently sitting top of Serie A, would appear to be the perfect move for Tomori. But Blues fans, we want to know, why do you think Tomori's Chelsea career has gone so sour after a solid start in 2019-20? And AC Milan supporters, does he have enough to displace either Romagnoli or Kjaer in your starting lineup, or is it more a signing for depth? Get your thoughts down below. Next we head to Manchester, where according to the Daily Telegraph, Pep Guardiola is going to be given a £200 million war chest to spend this summer. Ominous news for the rest of the Premier League. Despite starting slowly with 3 wins in their opening 8 league games, leaving them 13th, a run of 9 games unbeaten, which includes 7 wins, has seen them shoot up to second in the table, 2 points behind United with a game in hand. But the Telegraph's article claims that Pep isn't resting on his laurels. Aware that the likes of Sergio Aguero, Fernandinho and Eric Garcia will likely leave this summer, Guardiola is reportedly targeting a new striker, left back and defensive midfielder. And the names that Guardiola is linked with in the forward positions are particularly interesting. Alongside Erling Haaland, who has long been talked about as a potential City target, are Benfica's Darwin Núñez and Inter Milan's Romelu Lukaku. Whilst 21-year-old Núñez is far from an established name, having only made 21 appearances for the Eagles, in which he scored 8 goals, Lukaku at City is an intriguing prospect. Since joining Inter Milan from City's arch-rivals Man United in 2019 for £72 million, the 27-year-old Belgian has netted an extraordinary 51 goals in 73 games, 5 fewer than Cristiano Ronaldo in the same period. Personally, given his age and potential, we would definitely look to sign Haaland over Lukaku, but the 89-cap Belgian would be a fantastic backup. And now it's time for the one you've all been waiting for, our headline story. As you all know, Dele Alli has been linked with a loan move to PSG for weeks now, with Fabrizio Romano reporting that their manager Pochettino wants him, and the 37-capped Englishman is pushing for a move. But according to Todo Fichais, Jose Mourinho is only willing to do the deal if he can bring in a PSG star, namely Angel Di Maria. The 32-year-old Argentinian worked under Mourinho at Real Madrid, and has tasted Premier League action before, although not to great effect with Man United. But since joining PSG in 2015, Di Maria has been an absolute revelation, racking up 86 goals, 101 assists, and helping his side to 16 trophies and a Champions League final. Adding that sort of quality and experience to this Spurs squad would be too good to turn down. Unfortunately for Spurs, however, they aren't the only club interested in the Argentine legend, with Inter Milan and Juventus said to be among the clubs considering a move. We want to know though, if you were Di Maria, which would you join? And Spurs fans, would you take a swap move for Dele Alli and Di Maria, despite the latter being 8 years older? Let us know down below. And finally, we wrap up with the news you probably know by now. Gini Wijnaldum is going to leave Liverpool. Yes, according to the Mirror, the Dutch international, who has spent the last 4.5 years being an almost ever-present in the Reds lineup, is going to reject any new contract offer and move to Barcelona, his dream club, when his contract expires in June. The Mirror claims that the former Newcastle man's mind is made up. He wants to join the rich history of Dutch excellence at Barcelona and work under Ronald Koeman. But the interesting element of this story is who Liverpool are considering replacing him with. None other than Udinese utility man Rodrigo de Paul. Yes, that's right, Todo Fichais claimed that de Paul, previously a target for Leeds United, is on Liverpool's radar, and talks with the players' representatives are already underway. The 26-year-old Argentinian, in his 5th year with Les Aubrettes, has a reported £31 million asking price, which Red Sporting director Michael Edwards may see as a complete bargain. After all, this is a player who's contributed at least 11 league goals in each of the last 3 seasons, and can play as a number 8 and number 10 or as a wide midfielder. A very different player to Wijnaldum, whose best attribute is arguably his ability to retain possession. De Paul's all-action style would no doubt thrill the Anfield faithful. What it means for Naby Keita's future, however, is a different matter entirely. Reds fans, let us know if you're behind this one. Get at us in the comments below. So guys, that's all we've got time for on Euro Transfer Talk for another week. What did you guys think of the stories? Do you see any of these actually coming true? Let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, why not click on screen right now for another fantastic Euro Football Daily video. Don't forget to like it, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye!